Okay. Well, happy Zoom number 2, ladies and gentlemen, but it's all ladies. So, I looked through your Google Slips, and thank you for filling those out. I'm sure Brenda has looked at them or will be. Just want to have you guys share with us how you're doing. How are your bookings coming for September? For those of you that are on, I would like to just write down how many bookings you have so far for September. I noticed in the Google form, some of you had things booked further than September. That's awesome. But just how many bookings do you have so far for September? Tracy?
I have 4.
Okay. Okay. Sarah?
I have 8.
Okay. Caitlin?
I have 2.
Okay. Are those 2 the same week, or are they the 2 weeks that you're planning on having 4 parties each?
They're 2 in-home parties on the same day.
Oh, 2 in-home. Oh, I saw that. I was going to ask you on your calendar. I saw you had 4 lines on a couple days, and then you had 2 lines on a couple. So those are cooking parties you're going to do on the same day. Awesome. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, so keep working. How your 25 2-ways, are you getting those in?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So if you aren't meeting your goal yet, if you don't have your 8 parties yet, you still have this week and next week to get them. So if you're not getting them in your 25 2-ways, what do you need to do?
Do more.
Okay, yeah. So it might take more than 25 2-ways. And, just so you aren't nervous about it, or, maybe you would like to do more this week and, do 40 2-way contacts this week so that it's not down to the wire. That's kind of how I operate. I'm not a down to the wire person. So I never was one who did my homework the day before it was due. So that's just, that's just me. So it's just a suggestion I have for you is to get her done so you don't have to think about it. Does that mean you're not going to do 25 2-way contacts once you get to this? No, it just means that then you can start adding more than 8 to your calendar, or you can start hopping into October, whatever your goal will be. So that's always exciting. Okay, so I want everyone to share, and I know we did this, or you did this in your Google thing, but share a Yahoo. Share something that you are really excited about from your business this past week.
I can go first.
Yeah.
I got another recruit, which I'm excited about. It was kind of like an aha moment for me because like this lady had been to one of our opportunity events this, I don't know, last winter maybe. And it was kind of like a Hail Mary, like, hey, I know you've been to one before. Are you interested in another one? And she was like, yeah, sure. And then she signed up. And I never thought that that was the person that would have been a recruit. So it's just like I learned a lesson to just ask.
Exactly. Let them decide. I mean, the most awful thing is they're going to say no, other than that. And if a no isn't that big a deal, you just, okay. That's awesome.
And this month's a great month too because of the rebate. So people might be thinking they can't afford it, and now they can. So
yeah,
it's great.
Exactly. So you're getting those recruits this month, and then in September when you're going to recruit or you're going to promote as director, you won't have as many to get.
Yeah.
Yeah, so just keep going, keep going. We've got the opportunity event on Wednesday night. So just ask. Like Caitlin said, just ask. You know, they might say no, but you made the offer. So somebody had to have offered it to you. So, and you know what a great thing it's been for you. So just ask. Okay. Tracy, what do you want to say woohoo about?
Well, I don't know if I had a woohoo week, but I have been struggling to get recruits. I have been visiting with 3 possible ladies, and yesterday I got in touch with a gal that I didn't even realize had sold it before, but has quit twice. So I don't know if I'm going to have any luck getting her to sign back on or not. And my other woohoo moment was I had a gal who doesn't feel real comfortable doing a Facebook party. She did one, and out of my 4, she had the best. So really, I guess it really made me look at how I was host coaching her, because she was new, hadn't done it before. It really showed me like what I'm doing good at with the host coaching, I guess. Because sometimes I think the ones that have parties and have done them get kind of lazy, and then you'll also have them hosts that think you need to do all the work.
Yep.
So they have a good party. So that's kind of been my week, is still struggling along to find recruits. So, but I'm not giving up.
No, you are working hard. She has a mother-daughter group, 2 ladies that are thinking about it, and the mother wants it so bad for the daughter, has even offered to pay for the kit, and the daughter has not said yes yet.
No.
And Tracy thinks the mom would be awesome. So if we could get a mother-daughter combo here, that would be so cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So Tracy, if you go through your host coaching and you see certain things that worked with that gal that you would like to share in the group, that would be awesome, because that's what we're going to be talking about today is host coaching. So just certain posts that you just saw great results from, please share that with us. And same with anyone watching or doing, with us right now. If you have certain host coaching posts that have just really seemed to move parties forward, please share those with us, because we can.
I do have one thing I've kind of learned. I do the messages to each host. I tried the group thing like Jennifer did my first 4 parties in May, and I didn't try it again because I felt like no one paid attention to it. I probably should try it again, but so I went into the messages and been pretty successful with them. The only issue I have is some people, I try and get up early and get it posted to them. I'd like them to post it beginning of their day, which I need to reiterate that a little bit better. But I have some people who wait till like the end of the day, and it's probably not as effective. So trying to get them in the party the beginning of the day will also help the flow of the party, I think.
Good. That's good. Sarah, what's your wahoo?
Sorry, I was muted. I got another recruit this week also.
Yes, and I think she's going to be awesome.
I think these 2, the last 2 I got here are like the most serious than what I've ever, they already have bookings on their calendars. They both do.
Yep.
You
talking about Hannah too?
Hannah, yeah.
Okay, yep. That's great. And her newest one was one of those that has to ponder.
Oh, she's been pondering since her party in June, at the beginning of June. So
yeah.
So yes.
And one thing that was really smart that Sarah did is she had one of the bookings that Cheryl had gotten. The party was
from her party.
Yeah, from the party was coming up, and so Cheryl was like, "Oh, if I join, I want to join at the end of the month," and it was like, And so Sarah just reminded her, hey, you know, you get the bookings from your party if you're become a consultant, and one of them starting coming up here. And so she was like, oh, that's a good idea. Like Sarah had already told her that before, but it was like, oh, light bulb. So yeah, so she,
Yep.
so yay. All right, Margaret, what is your woohoo for the week?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, good. I don't have video on because I'm driving.
Okay.
My woohoo for the week is just that I invited people to the Wednesday Opportunity event, and I actually have a few people that said yes that I wasn't expecting them to, but I still asked, so I'm excited about that.
Good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
some
So
new people.
yeah, so just like Caitlin said, you know, Margaret too now, just ask. Just ask.
Yep.
So I don't
Yeah.
the event has been set up yet, but it sounds like we're gonna have some people being added pronto. So that's awesome.
Yeah, I have about 5 or 6 that I'm going to be adding, so
Oh my
hopefully
goodness.
they'll actually be there and be online. You know, sometimes that they want to and then something comes up, but
Right.
it's a good response because I had a kind of not much of a response the last time, and then you get feel kind of bad about it. So it's just nice to get some yeses finally.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. Okay, so that is great. You guys are all working it, and I love hearing the great things that are happening. So today we're gonna talk about host coaching. And one thing that I've heard, and which Tracy just kind of reiterated, was you earn your check host coaching, you collect it at the party. So, you know, that's fits maybe more for a cooking show because you do most of your host coaching before the show starts, whereas with a virtual party, you do it throughout. But it's very true that your host coaching makes a huge difference in how your parties go. So, do all of you have host coaching that you feel really good about, and that you feel like um, you're getting good results? Yes, no, maybe so.
I feel like I do them. Oh, sorry.
Oh,
Someone else going.
nope.
I feel like I do the bare minimum, and I feel like I suck at it, to be honest.
Okay.
So
I love your
just-
honesty, Caitlin. It's probably not as bad
That's
as
where
you're
we're
making
at.
it out to be, but without your okay. So we'll go with that. Anyone else?
I agree that I don't always do a very good job. I struggle with connecting like that first time with the host on the phone,
Yep.
just because it's weird. Sometimes they don't really want to talk on the phone, and so then it's just a little bit harder. You have to message or text everything. Even for cooking parties, it's just people are more and more not as inclined to want to talk on the phone, so then it's just a little bit more work, I think.
Yeah.
In some ways, I don't know.
Yep. I think for me, I think I might need to refresh mine a little bit. I don't know. Maybe not. I don't know. It's like, you know, I took all the training when I first started, and, you know, the first year or so, and I got it all in, and it's like, well, maybe I should tweak it a little bit and see what other people are doing out there. I'm going to share mine with you now. I'm going to share my screen and share with you. So what I did, my aha wahoo me thing for the was I went into my Dream Builders page and did units of training, and I was feeling very overwhelmed lately, and I'm like, my husband's like, how are you going to do this when school starts? And I'm like, I don't know. So I set up these trainings on my team page, and I'm pretty excited about it. Now, how come? Oh dear, I did it again. Thought I had it all set. Just a second. Okay. Now, all right. So I'm going to share with you here. Can you see my page here? Okay, so what I put in here, I just said, the saying goes, you earn your paycheck with host coaching. This is so true. When you help your host know what to do during their party, the party is usually successful. Now, I know usually isn't a very uplifting word, but it's true. I mean, you can do your part, but the host has to do their part. Okay, so you can talk to your host until you're blue in the face, and if they don't do it, then there's nothing you can do. You've done your part. So I says, but that is not something you can control. Just keep coaching. So down here is what I post each time. So day one, I do have a hosting group because I have 4 or 5 parties going at one time. And just especially when school's on, I just haven't found a way that works for me to message them. I maybe should be tweaking that. I do message them every day individually about certain things just to stay in touch with them. But I do have a host group, and I do go in every day to make sure that they're all seeing the posts. And if they're not, then I message them and remind them. So this is just the guide to $1,000 party. And then I do this. I start my host coaching posts on Sundays, and my parties start on Thursdays. So on Sundays, this just talks about how they need to start messaging people. And then I also on Sunday, I ask them to post this on their page so that their friends and family know they have a party coming up. Then on Monday, I ask them how it's going and tell them to continue to send messages to people letting them know that they're having a party. And then I tell them about how they can get outside orders and how outside orders are huge. So to make sure to be checking in with people who aren't on Facebook and all of that, because getting 3 or 4 outside orders really adds to your party total. Okay, then on Tuesday, they can pick which one of these pictures they want to use and put it again on their Facebook wall. And I just tell them to keep posting about their party on their wall because not everybody's going to see them. So just keep it in front of people that they're having a party. And then I say on Tuesday that they need to be finishing up those messages. And then on Tuesday is when I tell them they can start inviting, Tuesday night or Wednesday. And I tell them that they need to invite 100 to 150, not to invite all at once, add 20 to 25 at a time. And I tell them the whole thing of, usually if you invite, 100, well, let's use 90 for math's sake, but 90, you're going to get hopefully 30 of those will join, and then a third or a half of those will order. Okay, then on Wednesday, and then on my party on Wednesday, I post a game. Usually one like either show a GIF of what you are like cooking in the kitchen, or name a song that has the word food in it. That gets quite a bit of interaction. So that's Wednesday, showing them how to get on their page, their dashboard. So then this is Thursday. This is the day the party officially starts. And I ask them to post this little message here with this picture. Friday is when we start just introducing the idea of booking a party. And I do offer a bonus for any bookings over 2. I'm rethinking that, thinking that maybe I would offer a bonus for every booking. Um, I hesitate to say this because I don't want to sound braggy, but I have a full calendar. So part of me is like, well, why do I offer a bonus when I already have a full calendar? But I like to treat my hosts well. And so I have been offering a bonus for over 2 bookings. And what I've been doing is just adding $10 to their host rewards. But I learned my lesson. I'm not going to add the $10 until the party happens, because I had a lady had 6 bookings. And so I added $40 to her host special, or to her host order, and I paid for $40, and she's already had one cancel out. So I think what I'm going to do is when they pick their future party pick, I'm going to put $10 on that order rather than up front. So anyway, and it's amazing. $10 isn't much for a booking, but they get really excited about it. So, yeah.
Well, and combining it, or wait, can you hear me?
Yep.
Combining it with like the future party pick, that's a good deal.
Yeah.
$10, you know what I mean? Because you're
Yeah.
already getting.
Because if they order something that's $50 and they get it for 25, and then I add 10, they're only paying 15. So yeah.
And that it covers more than the shipping.
Yeah, and it's worth it, because even for a $200 party, I'm making way more than $10. So, and I wouldn't do it if it didn't qualify. So, okay. So then this is just a reminder. This is Friday again. Usually I have something for them to post, and then something for them to remember as a host. So this is just, I love this analogy of pretending that the party's in their house. If you had a party, you would meet them at the door, you'd be talking with them. Like, you're not going to go hide in the bathroom or the bedroom or something, so be visiting with your guests. Don't just let them hang out there to dry, even if it's online. And to be tagging people, tag people and say, what do you think? Okay, Saturday, they do this. Post an item they can't live without. And then Sunday is when I ask them to start emailing or texting to remind people about the party and to get their order in. And then also on Sunday and Monday and Tuesday, I personally message every single guest that joined, whether they interacted or not. I personally message every single person. So I have 4 parties going at a time, so I can't do those all in one day or I get flagged. So
do you friend all of them, Jennifer, so that they can see your messages?
Yep, I friend everybody.
Okay. And do they almost all accept? Do you just friend them and
about half accept?
Okay, just curious. Because yeah, you really run into a barrier if you're not friends. They don't always see your messages.
Yep.
Yeah.
I friend everyone, and then I go into my Joy of Cooking page. That's my business page, and I add them to that.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yep.
Yep.
And then this is, I think we're on to Monday here, second to last day. Reminding them about outside orders, making your wish list. And then this is the messaging one. Yep, so this is the messaging one, and I like this because I get by with a little help from my friends. And then I give them an example of what to say. And then it also talks about booking a party. So, yep. And then starting to have them get their host order ready so that when the party is over, it's not like they haven't not been thinking about it. And then this one, just keep interacting, talking about the booking bonus. last day, message telling them to message a thank you. I said, get your host order going so that we can submit the party by 5 o'clock the following day. So it would be Wednesday, because we want to have their people get their orders as soon as possible. So that's my host coaching. Any questions or
Can I add something?
Yes.
Oh. You know that graphic you had that?
One
I
thing
have
that I do for most coaching.
Yeah. Sarah, go ahead.
Okay. One thing that I do for my host coaching is I make a video for my hosts. And then I explain everything, and I don't add them to the group until they watch the video. So then they know all about the details that I will be sending them on those individual days. But like about adding guests, inviting and, doing the 20 and make sure they do 100. I guess I can post my video link to share. I really don't like sharing it. I hate sharing it with my hosts because it's myself. But you guys can get an idea of what I share or what I send.
Post that on our thing. And I oftentimes too, I have to say I'm not consistent enough with it, and I should just make a video that I can just keep posting. But I will oftentimes go in and do a live video on my host group, just thanking them and welcoming them and trying to get them fired up with enthusiasm. I use my teacher cheerleader type personality. So that almost makes me sound like I have multiple personalities. I have my teacher personality and my Pepper Chef person. No. But anyway, yeah, so that's great. If you would post that, Sarah, that would be awesome.
Yeah, that would be nice. Thank you.
Margaret, what were you going to ask?
Oh, you know that.
But no judging.
No critiquing? Okay.
You know that when you were showing your screen and you had that one host tip that talks about in your virtual party to be present, like it is a cooking party?
Yep.
You post that, because I have a bunch of those tips and it's like in the same format even, but I don't have that one, and I really like that one.
Sure.
Thank you.
Yep.
Thanks. I have the other ones even with that background, but I don't have that particular one. So.
Okay, sure.
Thanks.
Yep. Anything else? Okay, so just a reminder that you need to have 25 two-way contacts. You're gonna post that again this week. You're gonna show us a picture. We want you to come up with your system of host coaching. Comment in the group about that. And yeah, if you're consistent as a host coach or if you're kind of random. So we want you to have a system. So if you're random, make a system. If you've got a system, let us know. And then we will post something for you to listen to. It's a coffee talk from Julie Ritter on bookings. And it's fun now that I've been to conference because I can picture who these people are because they were up on stage sharing things. So that's kind of fun. Okay, we are at 12:31 and we have another meeting to go to, some of us. So I'm going to call it quits for this, and I hope it was helpful, and I'm proud of each and every one of you for how you're doing. So keep up the hard work and keep encouraging one another. All right, go for it.
Okay, good meeting. See ya.
Good day, everybody. See ya.
Bye.